I'm not here to motivate you. I'm here to tell you the truth I learned too late. If someone had told me this when I was younger, my entire life would have been different. Don't make the same mistake I did. For most of my life, I believed I had time. Time to fix things, time to become better, time to start living one day. But one day never came, until it was almost too late. Today, I want to share one lesson it took me decades to understand. We are taught from a very young age to chase comfort, to avoid pain at all costs, to stay safe, to stay reasonable, to wait. We are told that discomfort means something is wrong, that fear is a sign to stop, that uncertainty is dangerous. So we learn to wait until we feel ready. And because of that, we stay in jobs that slowly drain our soul. We stay in relationships that exhaust us emotionally. We stay in routines that feel familiar but empty. Deep down, we know this life isn't ours. But we silence that voice. We say things like, "I'll change later. Next year will be different. Now is not the right time." And that sentence, "now is not the right time," becomes a prison. That lie didn't cost me days, it didn't cost me months. That lie cost me years. Here is the truth no one prepares you for. Clarity does not come before action, clarity comes from action. You don't wake up one day suddenly knowing who you are, what you want, or what path to take. That's not how life works. You don't find yourself by overthinking. You don't find yourself by waiting, you don't find yourself by consuming motivation. You find yourself by moving. By trying, by failing, by adjusting. Every step reveals the next one. Waiting for the perfect moment. Waiting to feel confident. Waiting to feel certain. Is the fastest way to waste your life while calling it being patient. There is no perfect moment. There is only movement or regret. The most important lesson I learned is this: your life will not change unless you are willing to be. The most important lesson I learned is this: your life will not change unless you are willing to be uncomfortable. Growth feels awkward, change feels scary, taking responsibility feels heavy, and staying the same feels safe. Until one day staying the same becomes unbearable. Until the weight of regret is heavier than the fear of change. Until you realize comfort has slowly turned into suffocation. Until you wake up and ask yourself, is this really my life? Discomfort is not your enemy. It is the doorway. I regret the risks I didn't take, not the ones I did. I regret the conversations I avoided, the chances I postponed, the dreams I kept for later. I regret the version of myself that I never allowed to exist because I was afraid of what people would think, or afraid of failing, or afraid of starting over. And I don't want that for you. I don't want you to wake up one day with talent you never used, words you never spoke, and a life you never truly lived. The good news? It's not too late for you. If you are listening to this right now, you still have something I don't get back. Time. Time to choose differently. Time to take a risk. Time to stop waiting for permission. The fact that this message reached you means something inside you is already awake. Listen to it. So here's what I want you to do. Choose anything you've been avoiding. One conversation. One decision. One step you've been postponing. And do it imperfectly. Not when you feel confident. Not when you feel ready. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Today. Because action creates confidence. Movement creates clarity. And courage comes after you start, not before. One day, you will look back and realize your life didn't change when you finally felt ready. It changed the moment you stopped waiting. Don't waste years learning this lesson the hard way. If this message spoke to you, leave a comment. I read every one. And if you don't want to miss lessons that can change your life, subscribe to this channel. Your future self will thank you.